how I'm gonna survive. This app was literally supposed to be my way out. Over everyone who's saying, go get a job, go get a job. I am literally working. I have no more time. I work almost every day doing DoorDash, and DoorDash pays $2 a delivery. I Instacart. I have classes Monday through Thursday in person. I have been posting on this app almost every day for 5 years, guys. I've been posting on this app 3 to 5 times every day for the last.
Meanwhile,
and we're the 3 best friends that anybody could have.
It's a sad day in the United States right now because TikTok has now been banned nationwide. What? Check my phone.
a few moments later.
Never mind. It looks like President Trump has now saved TikTok. Thank you, President Trump. We appreciate everything that you do for the entirety of the United States and everything that you have done in your first term, as it is conducive to our success as a nation. No, but for real. So today is what, the 19th of January, and just yesterday, everybody in America who uses TikTok got on the app and saw a message that looked like this. Important update from TikTok. We regret that US law banning TikTok. Okay, so that sentence was just, I guess commas and punctuation really do help. But anyway, an important update from TikTok. We regret that a US law banning TikTok will take effect on January 19th and force us to make our services temporarily unavailable. We are working to restore service in the US as soon as possible, and we appreciate your support. Please stay tuned. Then once you hit that dismiss button, it shut down. TikTok closed, everything closed. And in fact, I'll tell you what, yesterday when I was in the middle of making a thumbnail, I got this message. Important update from CapCut. We regret that a US law banning CapCut will take effect on January 19th and force us to make our service temporarily unavailable. We're working to restore our service in the US as soon as possible, and we appreciate your support. Please stay tuned. Now, if you I guess are tapped into the whole social media China thing, you were on TikTok well before this and actually knew that this was gonna come, that this was approaching, that the FBI, the Homeland Security, the president, everybody would be banning TikTok, and it was coming up. We knew this since last year. I mean, I say we because I was on TikTok, you know, scrolling for drama as I usually do, and found out that, you know, the US government plans on banning TikTok as a whole because they have, I don't know, it's a Chinese app and they could be what is it? Espionage. They could be in the works with espionage or doing espionage. I don't know how it works, okay? But I know espionage, the word espionage was thrown out. China was thrown out in the mix, and the US government doesn't like that, especially when it's directly dealing with China, right? I've noticed. Again, I live under a rock, so I have no clue what's being talked about, and I am blissfully ignorant on a lot of things that are currently happening in the world just because there's so much bad shit happening. How can I keep track of it, right? Anyway, that's another video. Today, I wanted to talk to you about TikTok being instantly unbanned after 7 hours. People who have made a career off of TikTok and literally melted down because the app was banned for 7 hours, or at that time until the foreseeable future. A couple of different apps that people on TikTok were going to migrate to shall this ban remained permanent, and what this looks like for apps like CapCut and I guess any other Chinese made app. I guess I don't know. I really don't know what's happening. But my name is Marshall. Welcome to my basement, where we go over TikTok drama that's happened throughout the week. And today I have for you some drama about TikTok. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment Basement Dweller if you've made it this far. Thank you for 2,500 subs. Thank you for all of the views on my most recent video. I'm stacking up some videos so that I can release them to you guys and I can hit my goals for 2025. So like I already said, TikTok was banned, and we knew it was gonna get banned for like months now. Like I said, we knew it was going to get banned in 2024 when it was first announced. In fact, Donald Trump himself actually said that he I guess, wanted to ban TikTok. Allegedly, I don't know for sure how or what he said for sure, but I'm pretty sure it went along the lines of him wanting to ban TikTok as a whole because the Chinese can be doing espionage with United States and they have all our secrets and stuff like that. Literally, if you think about it, I mean, people go on TikTok and reveal the most unnecessary shit that nobody really needed to know. But you want to know who doesn't mind knowing? The Chinese government, right? They don't mind. They'll store it, I guess, and allegedly in their like virtual data bank, because I mean all those TikToks have to be stored somewhere, right? So with that being said, yesterday on January 18th, I got that message that I just showed you where it was saying that TikTok was banned, right? And then I even woke up this morning and was trying to see if, hey, was this a joke or something? Same message, right? My wife gets home from working out. She comes to me and says, hey, they unbanned it. And I was like, it hasn't even been a day. And in it not being even a day, I saw countless videos of people just breaking down because there was nothing that they could do since TikTok because they had made their career on TikTok.
Y'all, I went to work today. But that ain't the bad part. The bad part is I went to work yesterday too. That's not the worst part. The worst part is I gotta go to work tomorrow and I work a double. Making money.
Now, people can judge and say, well, I mean, time to start, putting those fries in that bag, right? Or you could see the other side and be like, well, I mean, as a content creator, you were, a successful influencer that was making a sustainable living off of the app. And now, I guess without notice, even though we knew it was going to be banned like mid last year or something like that, it's gone. Now, even still to that, you could say that, again, you knew this was going to happen sooner or later, right? So why didn't you prep for this? Migrate to a different platform. Migrate your followers to a different platform. Maybe maybe get a real, not a real job, but maybe get a 9-to-5. Maybe get an in between. Something that you can fall back on. A plan B, some would say, right? Well, like I said, for a lot of people, that did not happen. Let me show you.
My job on TikTok as an influencer. I just wanted to clarify a few things. My house, I pay $2,000 a month for my house. And then I just bought a 2025 Mercedes SUV. So let's just clarify that because you guys were wondering like what I meant by that. So in total, I pay like probably almost $10,000 in bills and food and just my lifestyle. I want to thank everyone who sent me money on Venmo. I was able to get a total of $6,000 already. Like, that's so nice. Like, no one's ever done anything like nice for me before.
The pack out. TikTok creators pack was out. Let me put this out for TikTok, or not TikTok, for YouTube. Age restrict my video. That was a cigarette, by the way. What I wanted to emphasize is that if you got on it yesterday, you would have saw that message. If you get on it today, at this point in time, it is now like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right?
2,000 years later.
You'll get this message. And look, I haven't even been on TikTok. So that's how you know. I have to put it in manual focus. Okay, there we go. Can it not zoom? What the fuck? Okay, so this is backwards. I'll just have to mirror it. But it basically says... Can it focus? Jesus Christ. All right, anyway, welcome back. Thanks for your patience. I didn't even wait. I waited 7 hours. People waited 7 hours for this. 7 hours for this. All this crying for 7 hours, bro. And it was back, okay? Thanks for your patience and support. As a result of President Trump, that was the other thing I wanted to talk about. As a result of President Trump's efforts, TikTok is back in the US. You can continue to create, share, and discover all the things you love on TikTok. I'm taking a screenshot of this and we'll remember this forever. I should have took a screenshot of the last message, to be quite honest. But anyway, it's back. All of that crying was for nothing. All of it was for nothing. And in fact, they were saying on TikTok that they were trying to work with the US government to restore it or something like that. I think it's all propaganda. Marshall, how could this be considered propaganda? How? Why would you say that? I'll tell you. It's quite simple, actually. In President Trump's first term, they were completely against TikTok and all of its workings. They wanted to get rid of it. Now, in his second term, he was saying, I've heard him say, or I'm pretty sure it went along the lines of, TikTok has helped me get connected to so many young viewers and the younger audience that I don't see myself banning it, period, full stop. I wish I could find it, but I can't. Unfortunately, I can't. But I remember him saying something like that, right? What I did find when I was searching was that he signed like a 90-day extension for the ban. So really, I mean, we're only getting it for another 3 months, and then who knows what's gonna happen? I don't know. Maybe it goes away forever, maybe it doesn't. But because people were so volatile and didn't know what to do if TikTok did go away prior to today for forever, they were sharing that they were going to go to different platforms like Rednote or I don't know how to pronounce it. I've been saying Zhaoxing Chu to my wife for the past couple of days, and I'm pretty sure I just butchered the naming. But here, like, take a look at this. And this is what it... I'm
actually terrified of this. I don't want everyone on TikTok to move onto the Xiaohongshu app, and this is why. Some people are calling it Red Note, and it actually translates to Little Red Book. I just feel the xenophobia coming, and I'm not trying to gatekeep this app, but it's not good that most of TikTokers, American TikTokers, are moving on to Xiaohongshu. I don't know if you heard about it, but Xiaohongshu is getting really popular, and they're thinking about changing their IP, separating mainland China from the US, which means that Chinese Americans won't have access to Chinese content. This is sad and hurts me in a lot of ways because I've been... So anyway, yeah, whatever she said about how to pronounce it, right? But the caption above her, I can't fit it, but it says, please don't make Western content on this app or something like that. And I completely agree. Why would we as Americans go to a separate app and then just completely ruin it by taking away or basically assimilating, or what's that word? I guess it would be forcing them to assimilate to our culture, but there's so many more of them. I wonder really how that would work. I don't see American people or Western content really getting too viral on that app, right? But there was another app that was in contention with the Zhaoxing Chu, I think is how you say it. Again, I don't know, and I don't fully remember how she pronounced it. But it was called Red Note. The only thing is we got people like Simone Bees on here saying that Red Note actually, you shouldn't download it. Don't download it, actually. Let's hear what she has to say.
Look, that Red Note app is not for us. If you are somebody who is in the military, or you are a federal government employee, or you're somebody with a government security clearance, you better leave that Red Note app alone. Or just like my boy A said, your FSO might be hollering at you to talk to you about why you got this app on your phone, what you're doing on this app. There's already been posts out that show that the Red Note app has backdoors built into it, so they're able to pretty much probably pull whatever data they want off of your phone. They're able to take pictures, get access to your pictures, all kind of things, right? They got the backdoors already built in. So I highly advise people that are in the military government space, leave the Red Note app alone. Don't even think about downloading it.
Okay, so real quick, I actually ended that last video pretty abruptly, and it's simply because I had an epiphany. Hold up, CapCut isn't working on my phone. Is it working on my desktop? And no, it wasn't working on my desktop. Yeah, it is not allowing me to at all go into CapCut. Then I looked on Reddit and I saw that tons of people actually used DaVinci Resolve and had the same issue that I was having. So they found another editor, DaVinci Resolve, right? Easy. Then I was like, wait, hold up. Can I just get a VPN? Because if I get a VPN, it won't know who or where my IP is, and that way I can kind of, I guess, mask it to whatever to show. And I was like, I can use this VPN for Call of Duty, but I can also use it for yeah, other things. I'm not going to say that what the other things are, but yeah, I could use it for other things. Then I was like, okay, well, you know what? Is there any other way to do this, right? So then I'm still on Reddit, and it was simple as turn off your Wi-Fi, turn it back on, or turn off your Wi-Fi when you're inside a CapCut, or before you open CapCut, and then open CapCut. And it worked on the phone. So then I tried it on my desktop, and it worked. The only thing was, I wasn't able to use any of the pro features that I paid for last year. Now, some would say the same argument that they're giving people who use TikTok and made their career off of TikTok. You should have saw this coming. I mean, ByteDance controls TikTok and CapCut, so you were given fair warning. Turns out that the whole airplane mode on the computer also works. I just tried it on my wife's phone, where you turn on the Wi-Fi and you can still export and use the pro features like like as usual. Basically, you can bypass it. So I'm thinking, if I try it on my desktop, will it work? So far, I'm gonna look, and it hasn't closed the app or given me any issues right now. Yeah, it hasn't closed the app or given me any pop-ups or dialogues. I'm gonna try and use some pro features here to see if it'll work. But either way, I wanted to say, if it does work, I'll leave my whole whatever in the comments section. But yeah, man, tell me what you think. Is this well deserved? Do we need to, you know, ban all apps like TikTok, CapCut that are owned by Chinese developers, or do we keep it? I mean, how bad could it be? We already gave them this much. How bad could it be, right? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Comment Basement Dollar Gremlin if you made it all the way to the end. I'll see you next time. I'm gonna try and figure this out because if I can't edit videos, I can't publish videos. So hopefully just pray for me, I guess. All right, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.
It's really not fair that, like, they're banning TikTok. And I know it's dramatic as hell that I'm crying, but I just seen a video of the girl that made the renegade dance. Government, I'm never forgiving you for this. And I'm never gonna trust you ever again, because you just, like that, took away millions of people's income and livelihood. And who does that?
This is sad. I'm
It's
hurt.
okay. It's okay.
No, it's
okay.
not. It's embarrassing, TikTok, that you have to delete your account. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really am. I never cried on this account before. I never cried on the LO podcast. And it's just hard for me because,
Hey,
like...
just let it out.
No, it's
Just let it out.
60 million followers of all of our followers combined is going down the drain. Like, what? Why? Why does it have to go down the drain like that? Why are you doing this? Like, I worked so hard.
No, you
No,
didn't.
we haven't.
No,
We
you didn't.
haven't worked hard, actually.
We didn't work hard at
somehow
all.
we got a lot of followers.
Zero work.
I started off 1 follower last year, and now I'm at 4 million thanks to y'all, but please, dang it, please go follow us on different accounts, because we're gonna have to transition into a different account, and I know it's hard. Trust me, I've been through this.
Are you scared to have to get a normal job?
Yeah. But like,
I'm so sad that TikTok might go away. It changed my life. My log home build is on here, how I taught everyone to grow mushrooms, how I showed everyone how to parasite cleanse, started my business. It saved my life, and I just really appreciate all of you as my community when I didn't have one, when I had nowhere to turn, when I couldn't get any help from my own doctors. I literally turned to TikTok and my community. I did not want to make this video, and I did not want to believe this is happening, but we're so close to January 19th that if I don't make this video, I will be very sad. Thank you. Thank you for saving my life and changing my life, TikTok. Where are all of our videos gonna go? My whole life is on here.
Has anyone else just been crying on this app all night? Because it feels like we're losing, like, a community. It feels like we're losing friends. We're losing, like, a platform where we learned so much about things we didn't know about, opportunities, places to eat, movies to watch, books to read. It's like, it's inspiring seeing people talk about how the fish are gonna move somewhere else afterwards and how the community is not gonna go away, but it just feels like losing a family member, and it's a fucking app. I know I might be being dramatic, and I know I'm not somebody that got some crazy following on this app, but TikTok made a fucking difference for me. And this sucks.
Please stay for this, because I've reached the part in this whole like class consciousness part where I'm just filled with the most impotent rage, and like I'm talking that white hot I need to sink my teeth and into something and scream kind of rage. Because what do you mean that it never had to be this hard for us? Like, what do you mean in other countries they don't have to spend 20% of their paycheck on groceries? What do you mean in other countries everyone can own homes because they're not paying $2,000 a month in rent, or that their mortgages aren't like their entire paycheck? What do you mean that people in China work one job and they don't even work 40 hours and they can easily afford their life? And then I'm over here working 60 hours a week, just me as a single parent, to like barely make ends meet, and I'm penny pinching every single second, and like there's so much of life that my kid misses out on and that I miss out on because of money and like work and no social support net. And you mean to tell me that it didn't have to be like this? They keep us in these chains on purpose, and it never had to be like this. Like, I did everything right. I went to college. I had to drop out of college to take care of my mom when she was sick because, again, no social services, like, no safety nets. My dad worked his whole life and died and left everything to my mom. My mom was disabled, and she lived on credit, and, like, she barely made ends meet, and she did everything she was supposed to. And I did everything I was supposed to, and it just keeps getting worse. It was never supposed to be like this. And I'm so angry that it is. Because what do you mean? I've spent so much of my life working so hard to scrape by, and it never had to be like that. My suffering was at the expense of someone else becoming wealthy because they could. And I am so angry about this. It can't stay like this. It doesn't have to stay like this.
And to the US government, I'm never forgiving you for this. And I'm never gonna trust you ever again, because you just, like that, took away millions of people's income and livelihood. And who does that? So I'm never trusting you ever again with anything.
So I'm starting to give up hope that there's gonna be a Hail Mary moment at the end of this that's gonna save this app.
It's so dumb coming on the internet and crying about an app, but the fact is that this has been a sense of community for me for years now. And it got me through really, really hard times in my life. The pandemic, losing my job, all of that. Getting divorced, like all of this crap that's happened to me in the last 5 years since I've been on here. Hours and hours and hours of time I put into creating stuff for this platform. And I'm not the biggest creator on here. Like, I'm not like, I don't have 3 million followers or 10 million followers, but I do have a platform. It's the biggest platform I have. And I worked really
really hard to make it. On top of that, it's been a source of income for me for going on 3 years now. First, it was just a little bit, but then it got to be more. I'm not like rich off of it, but it has significantly helped my income every month. Hi, Halloumi. And it's been consistent enough that like I've been able to rely on it. So like on top of being just sad that I'm losing my creative outlet and my platform, I'm like worried about like what I'm gonna do financially. And I know like I'll figure it out. Like I've had to do that a million times in my life. Like I'm an artist, I've had to figure it out a million times, but it just like, it sucks that I have to, or that any of us have to. It's so unfair. This is so much more than just an app. Like this is really truly a sense of community that there is nowhere else on the internet. And like, yes, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Red Note now, I'm on Lemonade. I don't even know what that is, but I have 13,000 followers on there. I've literally only logged in twice. But I know that none of it's gonna be the same. I know none of it's gonna be the same. So I guess if this goes away, and for those of you that I don't see on the other apps, I wanna say like, thank you. Thank you to the community that I've had, my little community. I had such a small little corner of TikTok, but it was really beautiful. And I really appreciate all of you guys. All the people that comment on all my videos, even when my views were down and I wasn't getting views, people that would comment, and I always saw you, the same people. I know who you guys all are, and I love you all so much. And I'm so appreciative for the time that we've had. And I can't believe I'm crying like this on the internet. It feels like the pandemic. I haven't done this since then. But it feels like I'm losing like a really good friend. And that sucks.